SportsCenter.
Traditional holiday travel got you bogged down? Well, we've got alternative methods that might make you smile. Air travel is always an option. Just ask the high-flying Blue Devils. They head west to take on Stanford. Train travel more your style? Well, check with Kobe as he tries to engineer a win over the Rockets. Maybe the Grinch has the right idea. Grab a tube and head downhill. That's just where the season has been going for the defending champion Rams. Here's a thought. Grab a horse and saddle up. That would work out west, where Arkansas and UNLV jockey for a Las Vegas Bowl title. Got water in your area? You can always take a boat. Question is, will Ricky Williams return to captain the Saints' playoff-bound ship? Snowmobiling's not a bad idea as long as the road is clear. A playoff path, though, might be blocked for these teams. Our question of the night looks at which clubs might miss the postseason. And if you buy lousy Christmas presents, you'll need a quick and easy way out of town. Take a lesson from Santa. Run for your life. Hi, everybody. Great to have you with us on SportsCenter. Bill Pito here along with John Anderson. I mean, we got some great college hoops. We begin with Stanford and Duke.
That's right. Now, we're just calling the incoming freshman SAT scores a tie, but in the polls, Duke #1, Stanford #3. Let's go to the action of what we like to call the Bill Pito Safety Schools Classic.
I'll take it.
Yes, sir. First half, Duke up 16-11. Here's Pete Newell, who actually the tournament is named after. Jason Williams, beautiful spin move. Duke up 18-11. Williams had 26 on the night. Later, Stanford down 9. Casey Jacobson, no hesitation. Squeezes off the NBA range 3. He had 13 in the first half. Stanford down 6-10. Chris Duhon, he's got a good arm. And how about Mike Dunleavy Jr. showing some athletic ability? Duke up 38-26, end of the first half. Duke 38-30. Jason Collins make the swat. Williams going to go back out and get it. Falling away, throws it up, off the glass. Yeah, count that for 3. Duke up 13 at intermission. Second half, Duke now 77-68. Ryan Mendez. You got to cut off the baseline, people. Cardinals within 7 next possession. Mike McDonald. Yeah, if you ain't going to guard him, he'll squeeze that one off as well. 3 points for that. Stanford down 4. Less than a minute left now. We're tied up 19 all. The Cardinal, they are fired up. Dunleavy. Little floater off the glass. It's good. Duke up 81-79. 7 seconds. Stanford down 83-82. Casey Jacobson taking it. Tough shot off the glass. Yes. His team's up 84-83. 3.5 seconds left. Jason Williams going coast to coast. He is not Tyus Edney. It will not go down. The follow too late. No, sir. 84-83. Mike Montgomery over Mike Krzyzewski. The Cardinal end the game on a 27-11 run. Stanford, just their second win in 26 games against top-ranked teams. For Duke, they lose to Stanford for the second straight year, both games by 1 point. After the celebration, Andy Katz, who sounds a little like maybe he coached in this game, hooked up one-on-one with Casey Jacobson.
Casey, tell me about that last shot.
Hey, man, I knew Jason Williams was on me. He's a good friend of mine, but I wanted to take his heart. I took it left. I knew Christensen was going to step up, and I've been working on that bank shot fadeaway, and I took it.
How concerned were you guys when you're down double figures with 2 minutes left to the #1 team in the country?
We were concerned, but we were never out of it. All right, Duke's a great, great team. They were ahead the whole game, but we believe we can do it. Ryan Mendez, our captain, said in the huddle, you can do it if you believe, and we did.
What kind of statement does Stanford make tonight?
Woo, a nice one, a nice one. See, we don't get to play a lot of games on the East Coast. We don't get to play a lot of East Coast teams. And we want everybody out there to know what Stanford basketball is all about. We did that tonight.
Great shot, Casey Jacobson. Stanford, major upset as they're down by 10. Let's go back to the studio.
Andy, thank you. John Chaney and Temple taking on Wake Forest. Craig Dawson squaring up. He's got the 3. Next possession. Dawson, another 3. That's good. Second half, Wake Forest up by 10. It's Lynn Greer. Tough jumper over 2 defenders. He had 25, but the Owls are down 8. Second half, Kevin Lyde. The shot is blocked by Josh Shoemaker. Lyde is then stripped, and the Demon Deacons go in transition. It's Dawson laying it up and drawing the foul. Wake up 55-41. Now Greer, nice spin move. Knocks down Robert O'Kelly. Greer's jumper is good. Pepe Sanchez likes it. $1:30 to go. O'Kelly drives to the hoop, draws a foul, makes the shot. And Wake wins at 73-65. Dawson, a career-high 23. O'Kelly added 20. Temple has now lost 7 in a row. It's the longest losing streak in Coach John Chaney's 19 seasons. Wake 10-0, dating back to last year. They've won 15 straight for the first time since 1927.
Missouri, Illinois, it's the bragging rights game, and Mizzou's been bragging for 3 years straight. Ricky Paulding on the break, drives, gets the layup and the foul, three-point play. Tigers up 22-13, their largest lead of the half, but inside, Brian Cook working hard. Illini, Cook had 23 points in the first half. Second half, Illinois up 3. Missouri's Wesley Stokes, the freshman. No, he didn't carry it, didn't turn it over. He grew some hair. Three-point play. We're tied at 56. Later in the second, Mizzou up 1. The Illini's Corey Bradford drains the 3 because he always does. 75th game in a row with a 3, upping his own NCAA record. Just more than a minute left, tied at 70. Clarence Gilbert, that guy would shoot from the arch if you left him open, or even if you had him guarded. He makes the Tigers up 2. Less than a minute. Mizzou still up 72-70. Frank Williams, whose sister plays for the Missouri women's team, banks her home, tied at 72. Last chance for Missouri, 11 seconds left, and they don't hold for the last shot. Brian Grauer goes up with it early, misses the 3. Illini would burn off the last 4.5 seconds. We go to overtime. Illinois up 4. Williams working against Stokes. Hoop, foul on the freshman. Illini up 6, and they would win it by a final spread of 5, 86-81. Missouri finishes 1-2 in its Big Ten road trip. Beat Indiana, lost to Iowa and Illinois. Missouri has lost both of its overtime games now this season. The Illini end a 3-game losing streak versus Missouri means the seniors for the Illini finally get a win in the bragging rights battle.
Lakers and the Rockets. Kobe Bryant leads the NBA in scoring. Horace Grant not there. Kobe is there. Hit his first 10 field goals. Lakers up 5 in the second. Brian Shaw to Shaq. Alley-oop. Shaq 25 in the game. Later in the quarter. Look at this. We get some defense up in here. Lakers go up 9. Kobe had 26 in the half. Rockets hanging tough, though. Steve Francis rattles in the 3. Walt Williams buries the 3. Next time down the court, Francis finds Williams. He's got the J. We're tied at 74 after 3. Fourth quarter. Shaw to Kobe. Another jam. Lakers up 4. Katino Mobley missing. Hakeem Olajuwon for the putback. He had 16. Rockets within 2, but it was all Lakers in the end. Kobe. Another great game. He had 45, and the Lakers win it 99-94. Kobe went 20 out of 26 from the floor. His 4th 40-point game this season. Shaq, 25 points, 12 rebounds. Issues of discipline. The NBA has fined Miami guard Tim Hardaway $5 grand for his conduct last night against Charlotte. He fouled out, and then he picked up his second tee and threw towels onto the court. And Utah coach Jerry Sloan has been fined $7,500 by the league for verbally abusing officials in last night's game against Philadelphia.
Celtics opening a 4-game roadie against the Knicks. Rick Pitino. He wants them playing the Pitino-type defense. That's not it. Kurt Thomas wide open. Spree feeds him. Knicks up by it. Had to have him. Let's look at it again. Allen Houston. He's your shooter. Comes across. Takes 2 defenders with him. There's Thomas. It's just solid, unselfish basketball. Knicks led 25-21 after 1. Second quarter, Paul Pierce from Antoine Walker. Thank you, Pierce. Nice jump shot. Knicks up 35-30. Same quarter, Celts down 2. Tony Battie. Oh, nice wattage. Walker again giving it up to Pierce, and Pierce again shooting and making off the window and the foul. He had 14 in the first half. Celtics 47-40. Marcus Camby left the game, pulled groin, didn't return. He had 10 minutes of playing time. Jeff Van Gundy. Play stronger, boys. Glenn Rice, that's stronger. 3 of his 32 with a shot clock winding down. Knicks on a 10-1 run. Touch it to 5 for the Celts, up by 12. Pierce somehow gets through the defenders, hits that one. He had 31. The Celts by 14 and win it 92-86. 2 words, Billy. Celtic pride. Seas in a 15-game losing streak at Madison Square Garden. It's their first win in New York City since January 10th of 1993. Well, the maybe, could be, hopefully, probably, questionable, undecided, not quite for sure status of Broncos quarterback Brian Griese turned into something far less conditional Thursday. He'll be starting. Back under center Sunday against San Francisco. Coach Mike Shanahan gave the word after Greasy breezed through practice this afternoon. It'll be his first action since separating his shoulder 5 weeks ago against the Raiders. And meanwhile, the fleur-de-lis wilted a bit in New Orleans. Running back Ricky Williams probably done for the Saints' playoff run. Williams, trying to come back from a broken right ankle, had a flare-up of tendonitis during Wednesday morning's practice. NFC West champions, well, they were already prepared to hold Williams out of Sunday's season finale against the Rams, but now the postseason appears nixed as well.
I'm saying right now I don't anticipate him coming back at all, but it's going to be a day-to-day thing, you know, depending on how he feels. You know, he's got this tendonitis, and I don't know when it's going to go away. He hasn't done anything in, 5 days now. And for him to get on the field, obviously you got to be in pretty good condition, in top shape, and pain-free, and he's neither one of those right now.
Saints have been without Ricky Williams for 5 games already, and the core of backs pressed into service, not able to match what Williams did all by his lonesome. In the last 5 games, the only 100-yard rushing performance has come from the quarterback, Aaron Brooks. New Orleans, though, 3-2, didn't win the division without Ricky.
Last year, the Rams' defense was the 6th best unit in the league. 10 of the 11 starters are back, but this year the Rams 23rd in total D, and they've given up more points than any team in the league, an average of 30 per game. Says safety Devin Bush. We had the same group of guys last year. Whatever happened, I don't know. If Detroit beats Chicago Sunday, the Rams will miss the playoffs. Ed Werder reports on the Rams getting back to work 2 days after their heartbreaking loss to Tampa Bay.
Following 2 days off, the Rams returned to the practice field Thursday, still coping with the emotional fallout from their shocking collapse against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Before practice, Coach Mike Martz met with his demoralized players. He appealed for them to demonstrate a strong sense of character in a regular season finale that could mean everything or prove completely meaningless.
He's worried about what his guys are going to do. Are they going to pack up, have their U-Hauls ready, or they're going to dig in and, you know, do the Braveheart approach, you know, fight to the end.
We have to take care of our own first, because regardless of what Chicago does, you know, we have to win this football game. Even if they lose, I mean, we have to win this football game just to maybe take a little bit of the bad feeling out of this entire season.
We've had about 7 must-win games, and we might be 50% on those games, and this is one we got to have. I mean, we got to fly around unless everybody wants to go home, and I know that's not the case.
The Rams believe the why not us philosophy that marked their worst to first transformation last season inspired other traditionally inept franchises. That includes the Saints, a 3-13 team a year ago. They not only defeated the Rams in Week 13, but dethroned them as NFC West champions, even while playing without their starting quarterback and best running back.
We smacked the Saints around last year, and they saw how we played each time we played them. We played hard, we played fast, we played smart, we played aggressive. So looking at them on film now, they've taken some of the things that we've done from last year and then applied it to their game this year.
I think New Orleans is confident. I think they want to make sure they go into the playoffs with a nice little rhythm.
They have guys on there that's good, but their confidence is so large now that they feel like, you know, we Pro Bowlers, we Hall of Famers. So once you got a team like that that's playing like that, it's tough to beat guys like that.
Although the Saints are the only team in football without a division loss, New Orleans coach Jim Haslett still refers to the Rams as the best team in the NFC. You can bet Haslett will be making the point with his players this week that they can avoid dealing with the Rams in the playoffs if they defeat them at the Superdome on Sunday. In St. Louis, I'm Ed Werder, ESPN.